Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Okay, those of you that saw the little extra that I put out yesterday, you will know that our paint showed up. Okay, I think I dealt with that yesterday. I just checked it all off this morning. Everything's here, nothing extra, nothing's missing. Everything is as it should be. Now, that means I now have two of these. Like that's okay. I'll use it up. I've got an extra number 11 chrome here. I don't know if I'll need all of that, so yeah, I've got two of those. I've got an extra XF24, which is the one that we opened up yesterday and painted this with, so I'll probably be able to use it. It's kind of a nice dark gray. But everything else, oh, and I've got I've got an extra thin quick setting, so we got two of those. And then if you remember, I was going to try this extra thin from AK. It could well be the exact same stuff as the Tamiya. I don't know. Anyway, so now I got lots of glue going on here, especially being as we have this airbrush cleaner, which is supposed to do the same thing. We'll do a test. I'm going to actually test it out. Some people think that it might be it might dry slightly slower, but it does as long as it dissolves the plastics, quickly. Okay. Otherwise, everything else. Okay, here we've got three of Mr. Hobby number 338s, and this is what I had got this to replace. Now I actually like this better than this. Yeah, I this would have been okay, but I think that this is actually going to be better. So we're going to have to sort of rethink our. Okay, now for the outside, we were going to 337s here. Where are they? Okay, yeah, 337. So I've now got three of these that I had originally was going to use on the outside of the hull, and I was going to replace it with this. So I don't think there's a huge difference. Yeah, this is a little lighter. I don't know which one of these I like best. It could be that we're going to have lots of paint if I ever get the Yamato, right? We know what color the Yamato is going to be now, even though it's not the Imperial Japanese Navy colors. I don't know if I want to be getting a bunch more paint, and yet, hey, it's not that expensive. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to rethink our colors here. I think I will use the Mr. Hobby wherever I can, because I want to try it out. Never used it before. So I've always, for the last 5 years, it's been Tamiya. I think I mentioned that I was surprised that the Mr. Hobby colors, there's much more variety. And a viewer commented to the effect of, well, he thought that what Tamiya might be doing is they're sort of resting on their laurels, if you know what I mean. They're just taking the market for granted and think they don't have to do anything new or updating. But I don't know if that's true or not. I found that the Tamiya stuff worked really well for me, but then how can I compare? Because I didn't use anything else except the Humbrol many years ago, the Humbrol enamels, of which I've still got a lot of them. That was nice paint, except it was enamel, which, hey, if I was brushing it, so I didn't have a problem with the odor in the air. But if I probably thinned it and sprayed it, it might have bothered me. I don't know. I don't know if it would have really bothered me. It's just I just don't like it, especially in the wintertime when I can't open my windows and air the house out. Which is right now, by the way. Look at my car. I don't know if you can see it. We got a winter wonderland going on outside there right now. It's a good thing I got out on my e-bike yesterday because I sure won't be getting out today. Okay, maybe yesterday was the last one for this year. I don't know. I should check the kilometers. I was noticing when I was editing out the video yesterday, I could read the kilometers on the speedometer thing there, the odometer, and I should just see how many kilometers I biked this year total between the scooter and the e-bike. Just add them up, and just for the fun of it, I should go out to the car and see how many kilometers are on my car now. I got a feeling it's pretty much the same. Yeah, I had a great time this past summer. I had a great time. And I'm hoping to have another great time this coming summer, so we'll see what happens. I'm gonna have to be careful though. I remember when my dad got to be about my age, he wanted everybody to know that he could still drive really well, and he drove like a hooligan sometimes. I remember one time he had a canoe on the roof of his SUV, and we were coming back from a little lake near Kelowna, and he's got this SUV and a canoe on the roof, and he's taking these sharp corners, and this SUV is just a leaning, and I think I told him a couple of times, maybe you're going a little too fast here. I pictured us rolling off the corner, and we could have. But anyway, I think he was trying to impress me that he still knew how to drive, and I want to be careful that this coming summer I don't do stupid stuff like that. Like, let's see if this thing will really go 160 kilometers an hour before the automatic engine shutoff kicks in. You know, what do they call that? When they only, yeah, it'll only allow you to go so fast and no more, even though it has the ability to go a lot faster. Anyway, we don't want to be doing that. Besides, there's no place around here that you can legally go 160 kilometers an hour. I think that around here the speed limit is 110 at the most, depending where you are. In Manitoba, anyway. All right. What were we talking about here? We were talking about paint. How did we get onto speeding? Let's sort of recompose here, and I think that now that we've got our paints, we can actually consider spraying some of these larger parts. Yeah, if the interior is going to be this stuff, we can probably pardon my reach here. Okay, now this piece here, I think I'm probably going to want to have this color right here, which is pretty close to what it is right now. It's a little lighter. But talk is cheap. I got to get the spray booth back up on the table here, and let's just push stop here and get our thoughts together. Okay, here's what's been happening. I did not get the spray booth up on the table, but you're used to that, right? I talk about doing it, but I don't do it. Okay, I have been doing something painting related. And when you go on Jason Port's website and you watch him doing his little talk, and or making his model or whatever, in the background he's got everything all nice and neat. Or I think Nigel Frampton is another one. You go on his website, and I think in the background he's got all his little paint jars nice and neat, as best I remember. And you go on Ron Calverley's website and you watch his model show, and he's got little cardboard boxes with everything all in an unorganized mess, and you can't read the bottles. All you can tell is the color of the tops. Okay, so this is what I did. I went down in my workshop here and probably spent way over an hour, and I've made this. Okay, now the idea is that this is going to hang on the wall. Okay, and I can put my little paint jars on it. At least that's the plan. That's the plan. I think it's a good plan. And then I can get this mess straightened out. In all likelihood, I'm guessing there's probably a dozen or more of those jars or pots, as some people call them, and they'd have to be thrown out. They're probably no good anymore. So I'm going to try and get everything organized, especially my new paints that just came in the last couple of days for this build. And yeah, I'm going to have to maybe have it hanging so it's sort of leaning back towards the wall, because I was thinking if I put it on this wall right here, every time I slam the door, they're probably going to work their way further out and start falling off. I hope this is going to be a good thing. Oh, Tennessee Jim, I might have to move some of your birthday cards. Well, we'll see. Unless I can find another place around here that I could conveniently put it, but I really can't. They pretty much got to go over there. You know, it's okay. We'll get organized yet. Okay, it's a lot better. I got all the new Mr. Hobby on these two shelves here, and the rest is all Tamiya. And I threw out a lot of stuff. There's a lot of little jars that were dried out or almost dried out, and yeah, I got everything in numerical order. Now I know there will be two of a certain number, can't remember which ones right now, but there's the odd one that the number's the same, and yet the one will be maybe lacquer and the other will be, you know, XF, that sort of thing. But otherwise it's basically organized. There's several duplicates, or triplicates in a lot of cases. The oddball stuff is at the top. I'm going to have to call it quits here. This has taken me a lot longer than I thought it would. Anyway, yeah, just let me reorganize a little bit here. Now, there's not enough room up there on the new shelf for all the glues and that sort of stuff. So what I've done is I've got the solvent type stuff in this box here. Like I said, it's better. It's not as junky. The model table is not as junky as it was. Been meaning to do this for a long time. Anyway, we got to call her quits today. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're gonna see you tomorrow.